Hello and welcome into the Sporting Pod. Along with Tony Allegretti and Emerson Burris, I'm Cole Pepper. Coming up today on the pod, the Sporting JAX women keep flying, the men prepare for a tough stretch, and internationally known, how USL players are figuring into the World Cup. We are fed by the Bearded Pig, locally owned and operated, with the original location in San Marco. Make sure you swing by the Bearded Pig for great barbecue and great times. I looked over at Tony as I said, internationally known. I thought he might drop in a...
To rock the microphone.
Yes.
Sorry. I was thinking it.
Yeah, I was too.
All right.
So, all right, we're going to start with the women because it is just such a thing to watch them do what they do. And I'm excited to see what happens on Saturday. We're recording this, by the way, on Friday morning in the Gemstone Media Studios.
Friday morning, Cole Pepper's birthday.
Yes. All right. Yes. Yeah. I am one of the most becoming one of the most nondescript ages imaginable.
Yes.
Tony has been through this.
Yeah, I've been. Thank you for
once
pointing that
Once
out.
you get to a certain point, obviously the round 10s are something of note.
Right. Yeah.
In some regards, the 9s are because it's your last in the decade. The 5s probably, but in your 40s and 50s in particular, there aren't a lot of significant years in there. So 53.
AARP is right around the corner.
No, I'm already AARP.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can be at
yeah.
50. So
Shoot.
that was
All right.
that's
Guys, what's AARP?
Don't worry about
Okay.
it. You
All
can
right.
Google it
You
later.
literally have decades.
Find a
to
TikTok
learn.
about it. Yeah. But, yeah, so 53, not that it's that much less significant than 52, I suppose, but yeah.
You go from having parties and you had a great party on your 50th, I remember.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, now it's like treat yourself to a car wash or something. That's your big day.
Well, here's how my day started. I'll just so everybody knows. At about 4:15 this morning, I get a nudge from my wife asking me if I hear that.
Great.
Do you hear that? What? No. I am one of the world's foremost sleepers. I didn't hear anything. And then I
Everybody's good at something cool.
yeah, and that's probably broadcasting might be 3 or 4 on my list. Sleeping is probably number 1.
So what was it?
So-
Birthday Santa?
No, so there were it sounded like voices, and we thought,
Oh, jeez.
is this like voices like right outside? No, our bedroom windows are on the second floor, but I was like, sound like right outside the windows down on the ground floor, and it was like my wife says it sounds like women like talking and like crying and talking,
Aww.
and she's like, I think one of them just said I love you. I don't know what's going on down there. So I do what any husband would do.
Right.
Get out of bed,
Yeah.
walk outside, go around the side of the house, look and see, and it's 2 cats
Saying I love you.
saying I love you
Yeah.
in a very specific way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what woke me up. We'll probably have kittens in the neighborhood coming.
Yay.
I don't know how long cat gestation is, but that's what woke me up this morning.
Jeez.
Happy birthday.
Well,
Happy
it's a love
birthday.
story.
It's a love story.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk soccer. The women dominated in Dallas 4-0. It was not a 90-minute win, I will say. I want to be accurate in my description of this. For the first 20, 25 minutes, Dallas had the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as things flipped, did they flip. Bailey DeSmit, Paige Kenton, Sophia Bowman, and Meg Hughes all scoring goals. Meg's, if you haven't seen it, Meg's goal celebration.
It's awesome.
Will you try to describe
Yes.
this, Emerson?
So she gets the ball in the back of the net, and she just keeps jumping up and down and up and down and up and down and screaming and galloping. And she told us earlier this week she had a celebration planned out that they've been talking about for weeks, and she just got too excited and didn't execute.
I will say, if you, there are a lot of ways to connect with players, as we've talked about, and if I'm going to talk about how, as a fan, I would connect with Meg as a player. First of all, she's so fast. You love to see a fast winger who can rip it down the side and cross balls in and create opportunities. But secondly, the unbridled and uncontrolled joy that she shows when she scores. She scored couple times this
Yep.
year. Both times, and even when her teammates score, she just loses it, and it's just pure joy.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I think I've probably mentioned on the pod before that like all of the photos that we have on our Insta, like the ladies are smiling ear to ear, like they are loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
So
Yeah.
Saturday, tomorrow as we sit here, they'll be hosting Spokane Zephyr, 7:30. You can watch the game on Channel 4 or on Peacock if you're outside the local area. Tickets are available by calling 904-863-KICK. There are 4 home matches remaining in the regular season. It seems it's not mathematically a certainty yet, but it seems very certain that Sporting JAX will be making the playoffs in the Gamebridge Super League. Yeah. And it looks like it's likely that they will host at least one home game. So what a season it's been. And I hope fans will be able to turn out and enjoy this one on Saturday because those opportunities to see this team are starting to whittle down. We should also point out that Georgia Brown has once again been called up to represent Scotland as they prepare for not play in World Cup qualifying. She could miss a couple of games as a result of this one. So
I did talk to her the other night.
Oh,
she did say that she was going to miss a couple games.
Yeah,
so
Fort
that's going to be
Lauderdale and
unfortunate.
Spokane, I think.
So in the
road games.
Okay, all right.
So this is one. Obviously, Georgia's one of the best defenders in the league.
Yeah.
She's been phenomenal this year. Great to see. Our first 2 players playing at such a high level, with Ashlyn Puerta leading the league in goals, Georgia being a team of the month performer.
Well, she's so organized.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah, she's been great. Scored a couple of goals here lately. I'm going to guess she'll probably be a pretty good candidate for team of the month in March. We'll see. But if you can't have Georgia Brown playing in there, how about you put in a veteran leader who knows how to play in tough settings? And I suspect that we'll see more of Parker Roberts playing center back moving forward, Emerson.
I would hope so. Parker and I have been talking lots lately. I mean, we always chit-chat, but she's just so happy to be back on the pitch in one way or another, and she's been getting some minutes, and hopefully we'll see a lot of her for her first home game tomorrow. But yeah, I'm hoping we see a lot of her coming up in the rest of the season.
Still trying to get her to 90 minutes, obviously. You got to kind of work your way into that, but I think she had about 12 minutes or so in Fort Lauderdale and a little under half an hour, maybe.
Yeah,
around a half an hour, a little more than half an hour. Maybe
No, I'm saying a little more than
a little more
the
time
before.
Yeah, against Dallas. So starting to get in there, and boy, it is fun to watch the women play. We do want to remind you that on the men's side, season tickets are available. They're now at a prorated situation, so you pay for the entire rest of the season, and that includes at least 2 games in the Prinks Tires USL Cup. It also gives you first choice of seats when the stadium is built, the best price per game available. Our ticket exchange program comes with it, and an interest-free payment plan as well. Call 904-863-KICK or visit sportingjax.com to get your men's season tickets today. The men on Wednesday night, before I get into that, I want to step back and talk about what it's like to have 2 teams playing at the same time, which we will between now and the end of May or early June, and we will again between August and
whatever,
October, November. It is. I know in a college setting you see this quite a bit when you have men's and women's teams in the same sport or whatnot, but boy, it's like every time you turn around, they're here, game, another game, practice, training, interviews. It is not for the faint of heart, but I have loved having all of this going on. That I'm very fortunate to do what I do, and to be able to have 2 teams playing and be able to in different settings in their years too has been great. We're looking for a victory, of course, now from the men. Yeah. Still need that, but
against the defending champ.
That will come up here. So on Wednesday night, 4-2 loss to Miami. Kieran Sadlier scored a couple of goals in that game. First brace for a Sporting JAX men's player. And so Saturday at 7 at Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Pittsburgh off to a little bit of a slow start. 1 win and 2 losses thus far. They beat Loudoun and lost to arguably 2 of the top 3 teams in the East, Charleston and Tampa Bay. Riverhounds also coming off a Wednesday game in some regard. They beat Steel City FC in the first round of the U.S. Open Cup play on a game that was rescheduled to Wednesday. So short weeks for both squads. Travel for Sporting JAX. Tony, your thoughts?
Well, so I'd like to just pick some things that I loved on Wednesday.
Yeah.
One, for sure, was Dita. I thought he was outstanding. Like, I've seen him play, obviously. We've had a few games, whatever, but he looked different.
Yeah.
He
Must have been the haircut.
It could have been, yeah. He was really, really aggressive. I mean, the men's game is just so hard fought, but he was ripping.
He kind of reminded me of Sophia Bowman. He never stopped moving that entire game.
Yeah.
And he was just an Energizer bunny.
And he was moved back from playing that right-sided forward to playing in the midfield. And moving, changing, making a little change in terms of the lineup. Juan Kuzain moved up to play up front, and Juan had been in the midfield. And I think we're going to see a lot of moving pieces here as Liam Fox looks for the right combination and as new players get folded in as well. I'm interested to see if we'll see Ryan Edwards play there on the back line, a player who was the captain of Dundee United when Liam was there. He's now been cleared, got his visa all taken care of. And
Mon United is what they say in Dundee.
Mon United?
Mon United.
Oh.
Like, come on, but without the C.
I got you.
United.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The playoff of Man United a little
The
bit.
Tangerines.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. Obviously, Jordan Rossiter, who had to sit out, can come back in. I think that'll be a plus. I just think this is a season. It is a long season. And before we see Sporting JAX get to their best or get close to their best, I think it's going to be a while. And the upcoming schedule is challenging.
Yeah.
So I just hope everything can hold together as they get there, and maybe steal a result here and there.
I don't want to get fined because this is a club sponsored podcast. But I thought the refs have been super bad, man.
Guys, that fourth goal.
Oh, I know. See, Cole's a professional here, and if you were in the studio, you could see him looking at us like, you guys.
Well, I will just say on the broadcast, we showed it.
Yeah.
And you can't, it's not criticizing unduly.
You have to do one of those squiggly lines,
but it's
offsides.
Yeah, it was clear. But again, listen, that didn't change the outcome of the game. But too many goals have been given up by Sporting JAX. That's and not enough to score. It's
you're right.
I think Liam Fox said something about basically it comes down. This is a game played in two boxes, and if you don't stop goals and you don't score goals,
we had opportunities too. Oh my!
There were some chances. Yes,
really.
They're creating. And the finishing has been lacking a bit.
Yeah.
But if you're going to win games. And by the way, hats off to Miami and their approach. After they got a lead and it was 3-2, they went into this 5-4-1 formation that just was impossible to break down.
Yeah, and then they kept getting hurt, which was sad.
I think they'll shake it off. Yeah. They'll be okay. All right.
Rolling around on the ground with no time left.
So my question to both of you is, how will you watch these two games that will be going on other than a half an hour simultaneously on Saturday? How will you do it, Tony?
Well, I will be at Hodges, and I will have it on my phone.
Yeah.
And I'll just be my left eye will be looking at my phone, and my right eye will be watching us score.
I think it's going to be pretty tough for me. I do really have to pay attention down on the sideline and look for injuries and all that kind of stuff. But I'll have it on my phone and walk around the track and just glance down every now and then.
Yeah, and I will probably have it on my laptop up in the booth on a back page screen tab, and then bring it forward when I get the chance to kind of keep an eye on things up there in Pittsburgh. But should be a good one, and so we'll have both of those games on Saturday, and we'll look forward next week to what comes after that. Password is doubleheader. All right, Sporting JAX on TV and radio. The Sporting JAX report comes to you at 12:30 on Saturday on NBC 12 this week. Join us every Tuesday at 6 for the Coaches Show on 1010XL. You can listen live and on demand at 1010XL.com or 1010 AM on air. Liam Fox, Stacey Balaam, and a player join me each week to talk about what's happening with Sporting JAX. All right, let's get international here. 36 players from the USL Championship and League One have been called up to play in international duty with World Cup qualifying and others, including two players who did not who were not rostered for Miami FC on Wednesday night, goalkeeper Eloy Rom and Jurgen Locadia, both with Curacao, who have qualified for...
Have you seen their kits? Oh, they're Adidas.
The Curacao kit?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't.
They're amazing.
Okay.
Makes me want to take them as maybe a second team.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And then Jamali White from Jamaica, who plays for Tampa Bay. So you've got some Florida team represented there. I look forward to the first time, Tony, where Sporting JAX has a player on the men's side playing internationally.
Yeah, that'll be great. George Brown. No, not men's side. Sorry.
On the men's side. Yeah.
We need somebody.
Well, we'll see how that all plays out.
Are you talking about Curaçao's away kit, the yellow?
It's like
Butter
off-white
yellow,
with. Does it have different colors?
Stripes up top?
Multicolored stripes.
Yeah.
It's got.
I like it.
What colors?
That's cool.
What color, so they've got on the sleeve. What do you call this part of this? The end of the sleeve where your arm sticks out. The cuff of the sleeve. Yeah. It's a mid dark blue, and then on the shoulders you have the three Adidas stripes, which are pink, light blue, and gold.
And I think that's reflective of the, they have one of those seaside where all the homes are different colors.
Okay.
So
have you been to Curacao?
Not yet.
I haven't either. Yeah. Seems like a lovely
I haven't
place.
either, guys.
Yeah, we should go.
I haven't made it there. Yeah, we should do the podcast there.
Yeah, remote podcast. All right.
If they win the World Cup, we're going.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
Great.
If that happens, I don't even know what. Okay.
It'd be like Morocco.
We're getting into the international break. For 2 weeks, we won't have any Premier League games to pick, but I do want to give props for the first time since the beginning of February. We all won our picks this last week. Tony and Emerson took Fulham. I took Villa. And so we can just celebrate for the moment. The standings in our Premier League picks contest looks like this. Emerson with 43 points.
Whoop, whoop.
Tony with 44. I've got 50.
What?
So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think I might have done some bad math last week, so you
Oh, okay.
I went
Maybe
back and checked all of them. And you feel free to double check my work in there. But we will not be picking now this week. So somehow
It's my favorite part of the week.
No.
Emerson really does. I get the first thing I get like correspondence from Emerson either on Sunday night or Monday morning is, did you see the Brentford game?
Right. It's amazing.
And my answer is usually, no, what happened?
And then I fill you in.
And then I get all the information. All right. Now we've come to the point of the podcast where Tony breaks format.
Thank you, Cole. So, again, so great that now in Jacksonville, if you've been waiting for pro soccer to come back in Jacksonville, you've been waiting a long time. And now here we are. 2 matches at the same time, one in Pittsburgh. I got invited to go to Pittsburgh, and I'm like, I couldn't do it because of my extended accidental vacation in New England. It's just too much. But to be able to be at home, or more, hopefully you're coming to Hodges, to be able to do that and to be a part of it, I want to shout out we had a business alliance. If you've, I don't know if we've ever talked about the business, maybe a little bit, on the pod. But that's basically if your company buys a certain number, not a ton of tickets, but a certain number of tickets, you're invited to this business alliance. And we had a guest speaker, was our CEO of real estate, Michael McNaughton, and I introduced him and got to introduce. And because it was rainy, the worst thing that could happen to an event in Jacksonville at night is if it rains at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Because people, it doesn't matter where you are, even if it's not raining where the event is, you're like, am I really going to take off? And so I was really skeptical that the business alliance would totally, fill up or whatever. And it was so good. And the project, the stadium project is so exciting, and the mix of uses around it, and Michael's got such a great background that everybody, it was packed, and then just everybody afterwards was like high-fiving, and the vibes are kicking right now, and I love it, and that's my interruption.
Love it. All right, Emerson, anything you want to jump in here with?
Don't think so.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. Well, listen.
Well, we
this
gotta
is
get back
very
to work.
efficient. Yeah. We've got a lot to do. 2 games this weekend, 1 on the road, 1 at home. And so, again, let me just make this final plea, as I have most times at the end of the podcast. If you enjoy this pod, and seems like there are some who do, please share it with your soccer fan friends. Let them know where to find it, all your favorite podcast platforms, and let's continue to grow the community around Sporting JAX and lift every voice in Jacksonville.
That was
nice, yeah.
For Tony, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say also, like, shout out the First Coast Ultras. The membership of the Ultras is expanding rapidly, and met so many cool new people out there. We always do a tailgate before the match in lot 18. So shout out the Ultras.
All right, love it. Okay, yep. For Tony Allegretti and Emerson Burris, I'm Cole Pepper. Thanks so much for listening to The Sporting Pod.